Hi, in this video I'm going to talk about the best SEO tools, really for beginners or for experienced people. I'm going to show you the ones that I really like in this video. I'm also going to show you the ones to avoid. Hi, my name is David Hood, and I've made well over $1 million online with SEO, and I'm on a mission to help 10,000 people make their first million online. And part of being good at SEO is understanding how to use tools. Now, you don't tools aren't like going to necessarily make you be so much better, but not wasting time and money on tools that are kind of poor or give you poor information or give you not very relevant information is important. And also sometimes tools can give you a significant advantage over the competition. So first I'm going to start with I'm going to mention some tools that I don't use, and I'm not going to actually go to them, but I'm going to go to the tools that I do like to use. And these are the tools I'm going to list are the ones that I have used, and I choose not to use them anymore because, and I'll give you the reasons. So first of all of the Moz tools. I know this might actually be controversial. Moz is very popular. I generally find a lot of their content to be recycled and regurgitated and not super helpful. That doesn't mean that there aren't some good content out there. Their Open Site Explorer crawler is awful. The calculation, the domain authority calculation is a good calculation. It was kind of revolutionary when Rand Fishkin made it, but that was over a decade ago, well over a decade ago. I want to say something closer to maybe even 15 years ago. And it was very useful, but it's a link research tool that is very slow at crawling links, and so it doesn't find a lot of links, which kind of makes it useless. And it's just a poor tool. I don't like the way they display things. Yext, massively overcosted tool where they really try to lock you in and they really try to sell you on the value of something that when it's not nearly as valuable. Actually, Google Search Console. A lot of people like this, but I have a ton of data that shows that what they show in the back end is just flat out wrong a lot of the times. And so you can't trust the data. I pretty much never spend any time in Google Search Console because you cannot trust it. Any automated website audit or report. Okay, I can't tell you how many people call me and are like, this website report said I should do this, and I did it, and bad things happen. And it's like, yeah, it's an automated report. Those things are worth less than the price you paid for them. So don't do any automated reports. Anything that your web host offers to you, I would ignore anything. If you're using GoDaddy and they offer you something for SEO, don't buy it, period. Don't ever buy any SEO things from your hosting provider. Okay, now I'm going to get into the ones that I do like. Ahrefs, when compared to the Open Site Explorer, Moz is much better. It catches all the links, the way they display it is better, and they have dramatically improved it, and it now does a lot of different things. But originally it was basically just this Site Explorer, and that's what I still primarily use it for. But there's some additional tools where it's going to compete with some of these other tools that I'm going to show you. And there's they just have the best crawler, and if you're looking to really analyze like the links of your competitors or even the links of your own site, Ahrefs is going to do a really great job. Let's put in a site. Let's just put in. I'll put in my own site, and you can see. This is a graph that's actually quite useful. It looks like somebody. Yeah, I remember this. Somebody spammed me. About 2 years ago, and this is actually useful because they catch the links pretty quickly, like almost immediately, and so that's an important. This is one of my favorite things right here, and then it has like the referring domains, and then there's a whole bunch of other information that you can get from it. So feel free to go in and put in my site. SEMrush, I use SEMrush. I use this for competitive analysis to see like what websites are ranking for. It's a very good tool. Again, like Ahrefs, it tries to do other things, but I use it for its primary purpose, and then I move on. Let's see. So, Majestic. This is a good tool. I use this not as much as Ahrefs. Their trustful calculation is pretty good and useful in some circumstances, but and they also give sort of some. They also give some information about like the topical trust flow, which I don't find to be completely accurate. At the same time, it can sometimes provide some useful information. So for rank tracking, I use ProRank Tracker. Let's see, for keyword research, I use Longtail Pro. It's very nice. I have a separate video on Longtail Pro, so go ahead and check that one out. But this one's pretty good for keyword research. I think it's a little bit more tailored towards affiliate marketing than it is for like local. So for local, there's a bunch of different options. You can still use this for local. I use just Google search, just regular old Google search. You search, and then you go down to the bottom of the page, and a lot of times you can get a lot of information in. I do consider Google Maps to be an SEO tool. So you can, what you can do is you can find like a place, and you can embed a map or whatever into your on your site for local SEO. So in a way, that is a tool. Google Trends. This is a useful tool, so you can just search Google Trends and click here. I use this tool. I use Clicky for my rank tracking, or my traffic tracking. This isn't necessarily, I don't like Google Analytics a whole lot. It's not like the Search Console where it basically either just gathers data wrong or it lies. It's more that I actually find it to be overly complicated when I really want to get to the point, and Clicky gets to the point a lot faster, and it does some additional things. It's just easier to see the information that I want to see. Plus, I just don't want Google connecting all my sites, so I can have everything under one Clicky account, and it's not connected except at Clicky. GTmetrix is good for measuring how fast your site is and giving you some tips. It's not perfect, but it's okay. Video SEO, you can either use vidIQ or TubeBuddy, or both. They have kind of similar purposes, but they work a little bit differently. When I searched Google Trends, it showed some search phrases. So if we go back, right, it showed 1.5 million people are searching this per month, and then down here, it's a free tool. This is actually a keyword research tool you could use instead of Longtail Pro. It'd be just fine. And also, you can also find keyword research down here. You can see that this is actually the keyword, what's it called? Keywords everywhere. You just install it, and boom, you got it. Bright Local or White Spark. They're again very similar. Pick one or the other for like local SEO. They both do pretty much the same thing. It's not exactly the same, but very similar. I think White Spark is a little bit more expensive, but it's hard to say. I do actually consider WordPress to be a tool. It's a content management system, but if you're talking about like a tool or something that enables you to create websites really quickly, WordPress is just kind of bar none. You just can't beat it. So highly recommend you use WordPress on all your websites. Just make your life a whole lot easier. So back to kind of local. Here's a tool, and I'll put a link to this below. I like this guy. It's just sort of like this tool's been around for. Been using it. It's looked exactly the same for 5-7 years or whatever, and it's a really good tool. You can come in here and you can put in local business and enter and it'll give you the schema code for it, which is useful, especially if you have a newer Google My Business page for ranking in Google Maps. Okay. Wow, I just really went through a lot of those really quickly. If there's anyone in here that you want me to look at a little deeper, please put a comment below. I also have already looked at Longtail Pro, SEMrush, Ahrefs, and maybe a few of these other tools in a little bit more detail. WordPress, I believe. But if there's a specific one, please let me know below. If you liked this video, if you thought this was useful and gave you some good ideas, please give a thumbs up. If you disagree with me, if you think one of these tools that I said was good is bad, or one of the bad ones is good, feel free to make a comment below. No worries, it's okay to have a different opinion. Maybe I'm wrong, or maybe what I said used to be true and now is no longer true. So I appreciate any feedback you give me. Please like and subscribe, and have a great day. Bye.